hate this. Always does this. Always have to go do this weird thing with Facebook. All right,
It
we're live.
says, yes, it says live. That's what it says.
That's not
Whether or
what it
not.
says on my end because it's always something with Facebook. I'm
Hmm.
already irritated enough. I don't need Facebook adding to my irritation. But then again, I'm getting ready to talk to what's your name again?
It's a bold one, the cold one, bro. John Colder Ice Lawson. And I put that in there just to make it so you don't grump at
I'm Brent Leary,
me. The grumpy one.
and I'm still gonna grump at him. Whatever the hell that means. Grump at him.
Grumpy.
Hey, it's Friday afternoon. You know what that means.
That means you're grumpy.
That means I'm about to school colder ice as usual
Oh, God.
before the weekend begins.
Good luck.
Oh,
Because
I don't do.
I'm a high school dropout. So you can't school me anymore.
See, that's like one of those disarming kind of comments.
It is.
Because if I go the way I was naturally wanting to go, it would have come off too harsh. So I'm not going to take the bait on that one.
Oh, okay. What is this? What's going on?
I got enough that's got me all stirred up.
Wow.
But before we get into, oh wait a minute, you know what? Where's Gar? Cousin
Gar's been
Gar.
missing, bro,
He's going AWOL. I think you
for
made
like a
him mad.
month, man.
I think he finally got fed up with you dissing him,
Well,
which is a shame since you are his big cousin. As
he'll get over it, I'm sure.
okay, see, you have your feelings.
But man, whatever. He's gone for a month now.
Gone for a month, gone but not forgotten. All right,
Gone but
folks,
not forgotten.
let us know if you're out there. Let us know so we can shout you out. If you're in the
When you
Colder Ice
jump in the
Mind
room.
Meld program, we'd love to know that.
All our mind meld folks, please.
All that mind control that Colder Ice is doing to y'all.
Exactly.
who
All of
moved my
y'all.
who moved my cheese and all that kind of stuff you be talking about. Is that how what anyway, I won't get too deep into the mind
Yeah,
meld.
that's right. That's not what we're here for, sir.
We're not here for the mind meld. At least I'm not. All right. So before we get deep into stuff, I do have 2 shout outs. If you will allow me to indulge in my shout outs.
Oh, I guess.
I was going to do it anyway, but I thought I'd just be nice. Anyway, so quick. What is it? Oh, look, we got multilingual Thomas coming in. Buenos dias.
Buenos.
No, buenos dias.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Buenos dias.
Yeah, there it is. Bones and notches. That's how we used to say back in the day. All right. So real quick, I have a really cool opportunity to sit down virtually. Sit down.
Oh, so this is not a shout out. This is a commercial.
Salesforce's Chief Equality Officer, Lori Castillo Martinez. Monday. I don't know why I said it 3 times, but it sounded good. Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern. It's a little later in the day, but it should be a really cool conversation to just talk about how diversity, equality, and inclusion having a program and how that program changes, if it does, when it comes to a recession, when it comes to hard economic times, where does it fit in? And Lori is graciously giving me a few minutes to talk about that. So looking forward to that. Oh, look who it is.
Hola.
What is it? What do we got? The Spanish theme going now today? Is that where we are?
Aha.
I would say it's definitely a shout out.
It is such a shame.
And I have too much shame, so I will not say it's shameless. I do bear my own bit of shame, so I got over it. All right, now the second shout out is a shout out.
Yeah, right. It's probably another commercial, folks.
Because 63 years ago this week. Now, I wasn't around for this, but Colder Ice might remember.
You probably were.
Colder Ice might remember. This, this week, 1959,
No, I wouldn't remember.
Miles Davis, John Coltrane, Julian Cannonball Adderley, Bill Evans, and the crew launched or published or let the public be known to the genius that was this CD, or actually album back then, called Kind of Blue. It is still the best selling jazz album of all time. It is the best, dare I say, jazz album of all time. It's one of those albums that marks the end of one era and the beginning of another era. It's that good. Before this album, this CD, whatever you want to call it, jazz was in this bebop phrase where everybody was blowing their brains out, trying to fit as many notes into a 1 second as they possibly could, going up and down the scales, doing all these, gymnastics and linguistics with their, blowing techniques. Miles came along with the crew, with Coltrane and Cannonball and Bill. I forget the drummer. Damn. Anybody out there who knows who the drummer is, please let us know. Came through. And this is what the genius of Miles was. He knew he had an all-star group, an all-star talent, just the best of the best. All he did was roll into the studio with these little strips of paper, just gave them a framework. He wasn't giving them what notes to play. He gave them a framework. They hadn't seen this at all until they entered the studio. He gave it to them, said, this is what we're going to do. Just stay in this framework. You can do whatever the hell you want. Just stay in this framework, and we'll see what happens, because they had never done this before. And what happened was 60 minutes of just pure brilliance, genius, never been done before, changed the whole face of not just jazz, but really popular music. So this week, 63 years ago, Kind of Blue. My favorite, of course, on that CD, So What? It's just beautiful. So what are your thoughts on Kind of Blue? Because I know you're a music person. What are your thoughts? Dude has never heard of this. Do you even know who Miles Davis is?
I mean, my dad was a big jazz guy. He played jazz all the time, so I'm sure I've heard it. But
I bet Bundle and Barb has heard of Miles Davis and Kind of. Wait a minute. Do you know who John Coltrane is?
Of course. I know these people. I just didn't listen to any.
What instrument did John Coltrane play?
I don't know. Piano.
Oh.
I don't know.
And I thought I was already irritated.
Well, there's only a horn, a guitar.
There's only a horn.
And a piano, usually in these things.
God.
It's like a horn. It's a horn, a piano, and a bass, and a drum. That's it, right? He played one of those.
So there's just one kind of horn, I take it.
No, well, Miles Davis had a horn. So
what horn was Miles Davis playing?
Well, whatever one he played, I don't think Coltrane would have played.
Well, the wrongness that has just been stated in this last 30 seconds is too much for me to try to overcome. I will just say this.
Davis played a trumpet, right?
He played a trumpet, yes.
Okay.
So Miles Davis played a trumpet. I'm glad
we got that. John Coltrane didn't play a trumpet. No.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, dang, see? Yeah. Why are you tripping? As if I don't know.
Well, you still don't know exactly what he played, so you just know what he didn't play. So. We'll just leave it at that, folks. Jazz. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah, so much for
that. I let you have your moment. I let you get into your thing. I know this is important to you, so I gave you your moment.
And
sax. I think he played sax.
Well, that's because Thomas actually just pointed out. Yes.
Thank you, Thomas.
The thing is, with that, not only did Coltrane play the sax, Cannonball Adderley played the sax. You had the alto and you had the tenor. In addition to Miles with the trumpet and Bill on the keys.
Okay, there you go.
I suggest that you actually go.
I don't know, bro. I mean,
Go and listen to this because you are.
I might.
All right. Anyway, this show is off to a terrible start.
It's not. I let you do your thing. So you threw the question at me. I didn't know.
Start. All right.
Come on.
It's going to go downhill from here, folks, because quite honestly, I don't even know which one of these to start off with because they both irritate me, but I think one is actually irritating me more. So which one? I'll leave it up to the bold one and the cold one. Which one should I go with? The one that's less irritating first or more irritating first?
More irritating.
All right, we're going there.
You might as well start at the top.
Might as well. So let me. All right. Do I have? Oh, here we go. Let me do this.
Thanks, Thomas. Glad you're always here to help.
Okay.
Totally outside.
All right. So
Reno.
Trying to get to, I'll go here. Okay. So I don't know if you saw this week, but did you see?
Yes.
Where Andreessen Horowitz invested $350 million.
Yes.
Into the new venture,
whatever it is,
for Adam Neumann,
called Flow,
aka the guy behind WeWork, the guy behind WeWork. Do we have to go back and just talk about WeWork? Matter of fact, I would suggest that anybody out there, if you have a Hulu account, go and check. Don't go to Apple and check out the movie documentary with the actors that they did.
That was so good.
Go to the real deal. Go to Hulu, where they did a documentary with the actual folks in it that told the story, the whole WeWork story, the whole story behind this Adam Neumann guy who, let's see, I think I even have it here. Yeah. Neumann was worth as much as $14 billion, but saw his fortunes dwindle after WeWork's failed IPO and his subsequent.
No, it was not a failed IPO.
It was a fail. While he was there, it was a fail because they didn't even get it.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't an IPO.
It was a failed IPO attempt. I don't even know I don't know what you call it, because
you can't call it because it didn't IPO.
Well, not under. Did they ever go? Because I know.
I don't think so.
Because under him, and part of the way that they started the documentary was him doing this video pitch, and it took 15 hours because, or I don't know, it took a long time because he never could get his words right. He was stumbling, bumbling, fumbling. He never did the script. And so he kept on trying to try to do it, extemporaneously. And it was just bombing to the point where they just stopped and said, look, we're not doing it. You're not. So there was no IPO. And that 14 big, because I think at the height, WeWork's valuation was like 40 billion or something like that. It was something.
I think it was like 60 billion. Then they had to bring it back to 40 billion.
Well, they kept on bringing it back.
Yeah.
To the point where, he basically got paid to leave. He got paid a significant amount of money, but no, he kept on promising stuff and couldn't deliver. People got tired of the charisma and nothing behind the charisma. And then the biggest piece of this puzzle was, I think it was SoftBank was supposed to come in and invest $20 billion or something like that. And he was on the cusp of getting them to do this until they the software finally was like, wait, you're not showing us anything. And there was nothing to show.
There was nothing there. I mean, it was just a lot of rented property.
It was he was charismatic, charismatic. Matter of fact, Let's go back to this guy here, investing in charisma despite a troubling background. So, with all that as the backdrop, here comes Andreessen Horowitz giving this guy who had just gone through the history that we just went through, coming in and giving him 350 million for his new venture, whatever the hell it is.
Flow, man, flow.
Go with the flow, whatever. I'm not going with the flow. And what was fascinating is this little thing I picked up, and I forget what was it, Axios or something like that. Axios suggested that Andreessen Horowitz investment in Adam Newman's Flow real estate venture demonstrates that the cult of the founder that has been common in the technology industry is back. The cult of the founder, the charismatic founder, the charismatic figurehead, the guy that had all the charisma but couldn't do the IPO. That's who Andreessen Horowitz is giving $350 million to. Now, that's bad enough. And I'm not a founder. I'm not a person going out trying to raise money for, a tech startup. I'm just mildly irritated. But on LinkedIn, this young lady, I hope I'm saying her name like Arian Long, she put up this really interesting post because she is a CEO who's trying to raise money. And here's just one passage. By the way, she put the pictures together. I don't know why she's smiling, because this post was not smile worthy. This is anger worthy. Anyway, as a founder who is currently fundraising to reimagine the intersection of menstrual equity, I don't know what that is, and prop tech, don't know what that is either. I have to be honest. It's been disheartening to watch news like this unfold at the same time that I'm being told I'm too ambitious, too vocal about disparities, and asking for too much, or should lower my organization's valuation. Because that $350 million that they gave them, that was based on $1 billion valuation. Can you imagine how disheartening it is, not just for her,
bro? I mean, seriously, are we going to entertain this sour grapeness?
Yes, we got to talk about this.
Whatever.
I'm not talking about her specifically. I'm talking about if you are, let's face it, a black or brown or female founder, you already know that 2% of, well, not for the black and brown, but 2% is going to you, where the 98% of VC money is going to the majority. And it's mostly, majority male, white male. So when you see this kind of thing, a guy that flamed out and was very flaky on his flame out, getting a second chance like this, you can understand, you can feel the frustration, even if I don't particularly know what I have no idea what menstrual equity is, but I can feel the frustration.
That's the problem here. I don't know what you're talking about. Measure? I haven't done any
right message. I think it's the right message.
You don't just, you had me at the beginning, but the ending kind of landed.
Well, look, you're talking about it because it's her particular circumstance. Let's just say she may speak for a large majority of people who are in that same position.
She speaks for herself.
Let's just say she's probably,
and just move on to the actual issue here.
You're being blinded by whatever that menstrual equity thing is. I don't know. I feel her frustration, because I feel like even if she had the same idea that this Adam Newman guy had, she would have gotten the door. She would not have gotten the 350 million. Let's put it like that.
Okay. Possibly, probably.
So you don't
get that.
So you don't think, not to say,
you can't say all things are equal on that. I mean, if we're going to talk, let's put it like this. If we're going to talk about inequality in investment, trying to get yourself into the room that's full of a bunch of old white men, then that's one thing. And we can talk about that. Comparing her story to his story, there is no comparison. This guy actually did build a $1 billion valuated company, and I don't know what she's built. So to compare those two, there's no comparison.
I'm not necessarily comparing her directly. I'm comparing her kind of her background as a woman of color, woman tech CEO who, I don't know. It sounds
that's
like,
what I'm saying. I mean, if you want to talk that's the bigger
sounds
issue.
like, well,
that's
she's
not a new
post.
issue.
She's the one that wrote the post that's got thousands of people liking.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, great.
So
she wrote the post. Who cares? She wrote the post. We've been living the life for fucking since we've been here. So I don't want to give her like some great, oh my God, I'm so glad you wrote this.
Great. I'm saying
I don't even know who this woman is. I'm sure she's a great woman. Let's put it into context.
Look, I'm giving her the credit.
She did not put a light bulb into a dark place. This place has been brilliantly lit for years.
LinkedIn, she's getting thousands of likes and people commenting. It's gaining attention. I'm not saying that her story is like the greatest. I'm saying her the way that she framed it is very understandable. And I know, if you go and read the comments, she is speaking for a lot of people. A lot of people.
That's because she's speaking to something that already exists and everybody knows about.
Well, there was police brutality before my man got shot back in 2020, but that sparked a serious reaction.
Yeah, that's because we watched them die on camera.
Well, what I'm saying is that's all this.
Man, look, okay, that's what I'm trying to avoid here.
Well, I don't know if I want to avoid. I'm not trying to make her. I'm not trying to make her a martyr. I'm just saying
that's what I'm trying to avoid here.
I'm not making.
I don't want to lift her up.
I'm not lifting her up.
Holier than thou thing.
Oh my God, you're just going way too hard in the wrong direction with this. Okay. I used her because she's the one that wrote it and is getting thousands of likes and comments. I'm not saying her story. As you can see, when I wrote, I don't know what the hell she does, but she wrote something. She wrote something that hit home with a lot of people. Because
what did she write that hit home?
Seeing this dude who obviously flamed out, and there's even a documentary of how flaky he is, get money. $350 million
in a country that elected an absolute fool to presidency, and you want me to pretend like, oh my God, this is a big deal.
Okay, apparently you don't care.
I'm just saying, just shut it down, bro.
I think you don't care because it's not you looking for this
country
money.
Is full of craziness.
Oh, but of course it is. But every now and again, a story when you see this, and maybe you need to. I don't know if you watched the documentary or not.
I did. I definitely did.
So when I watched the I'm like, this guy's
I watched the story, not the documentary.
And he's a flake. And its flakiness got worse and worse as the documentary went along. And then, they pay him, I think $1 billion at least, or some crazy amount, just to leave. And not really 2 years later, he's already getting $350 million more. That's just ridiculous.
It's okay.
Daryl is laughing
at us.
Was probably laughing at me because I'm the only one that cares. Apparently,
I care, but I don't care in the framework that you put it in. You spend a lot of time setting up this case, and then you bring in this woman that says, visit a barber.
Wait a minute. I want to go to Thomas.
That's what I'm telling. Okay, but let me go.
One can defend someone who acted like a crook before. How can one entrust him with that? That's exactly what I'm saying.
I'm telling you, I don't know.
It will do that than trust somebody who doesn't have a track record.
It's not like
that's messed up.
This is not a competition. Okay, it's not like she walked into the door and then he walks into the door.
I'm not saying it's about him versus. It's about how people like him get it, and people like her don't.
I was just gonna say something.
I'm not saying him and her.
Did you watch? I don't know. You know what? To be honest, like I said,
wait a minute, Daryl. That wasn't that funny.
It is pretty funny.
Well, I don't think it's that
because I'm getting ready to go on the road tomorrow, so I'm going to clean all this up. That's the way he lives. But you know,
a good haircut can be trusted. Oh, Troy.
Anyway.
All right, so I'm sorry. Because when I saw that documentary, I was like,
here's the thing, man.
He's gonna come. He'll be back. And
yeah,
here he is.
Absolutely, because he has an it factor.
He has charisma.
No, I'm not even going to say he has charisma. He has
That's
the ability.
The it factor is,
he has the ability to get people to buy into his absolutely
charisma, buddy.
crazy ideas. And you can call it charisma, whatever it is, but he has that. All right, because he had not just a few people fooled. He had his entire office buying in.
Oh, they were like
crazy idea of this.
They were like it almost felt like kind of biblical kind of thing going on there.
And to be honest with you, if his whole idea wasn't so built into this office building and this WeWork kind of vibe, it probably would have worked.
Well,
but the problem is that the business model wasn't there, and that stupid school was just ridiculous.
Well, if the documentary is close to being accurate, the SoftBank dude was about to sign off on this.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the guy, so he has the capability of altered reality for a lot of people. He has that ability. And like you said, when you saw it all end, you were like, he'll be back. Yeah.
Who is Jürgen Schneider, Thomas? Is that a SAP person or something? Let us know, because I don't know who that person is. He cost some banks a few. I mean, yeah. All I'm saying is this: if I was a person trying to get startup capital and keep getting my, not even getting your foot in the door most of the times.
Jürgen, this guy is a German fraudster.
Okay, well, I'd never heard of him before. But what I'm saying is, if I were somebody that is trying to get tech, VC money and trying to do the right things and going through the typical stuff and keep getting my face slammed and my track record is good, and then you see this guy who his flim-flamminess is completely documented.
Oh my God. Okay.
And yet and still he's getting 350 million. I would be pissed. I'm sorry. I would
be pissed.
I will be pissed. I am pissed.
Be pissed, man.
And I think if I'm mad, how do those people feel that are going?
I mean, you know what? I'm just gonna say it, bro. I'm not even gonna say it because you'll get letters. All right, send the letters to me.
Wait a minute.
Send the letters to me.
Send all correspondence to the old one.
Yeah. Right. I mean, there's people, grifters all around the world, man. And that's so true. He's just another grifter, But I mean, he's got connections to these people that got these large pockets. He's sold an idea again. And if this one doesn't work, I guarantee you he'll be back with another idea and somebody else.
Why wouldn't he? Because somebody's going to give him more money, even if he fails, he has shown. Why wouldn't he try it again?
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, he should do his own mind meld group. I'll show you how to have terrible idea execution and still make $1 billion.
Yes, he would make a lot of money.
He'd have millions of people signing up for that.
Absolutely. He's got that it factor. Now you can use it for good or you can use it for evil.
And you see, him and 45 can get together and do whatever Trump web work or work, whatever that thing is, you all over again. And guess what? They both are flim-flammers, and they would still have millions of people sign up for it.
Pretty much. But that's what I'm saying. That's what the issue is. It's not because she didn't get a fair shake.
I don't know her specific issue. All I know is
that's all I'm saying.
The use case is if you're a woman, black or brown, chances are you're not getting any piece of that VC money that's just flowing like water in certain areas into certain hands.
No,
in the hands of a flam artist, but not yours. Right. And that has got to be irritating if you are those people who are doing it right.
I am those people.
You're not. Wait a minute. When's the last time you went for VC money?
It doesn't matter. It's everything. That's what I'm saying. Let's not isolate this as this is some VC. People aren't equal in VC world. Fuck that, man. People aren't equal in America. I mean, let's not.
Oh man, let's not put it. I'm not trying to go.
I know that's the problem. That's why I got a problem with the whole conversation.
Well, I don't have a problem with the conversation because
you're trying to
wealth
to put this out there as if this is some isolated event, and it's not isolated.
When I say that, but when it's the best wealth creation vehicle out there right now is not buying a house. Although it's nice. If you can't buy a house, getting a PhD.
If you can't even get a fair shake at buying a house, why do we expect to all of a sudden get a fair shake when you walk in for VC funding?
Once again, you keep trying to get me into going the wrong direction. I'm talking about the best wealth creation vehicle out there, and you can't get any access to it. You have more. There's tons more access to buying a house than it is to that club.
I'll give you this. Sure. I have a friend, right? He just exited out of his business. No. Right? He had an 8-figure, 9-figure exit. I can't remember, one of the two, right? Big exit. And he's a young brother. He's like 33 years old. And I was just on the call with him the other day, and he was telling me, and I asked him, I was doing this kind of interview with him, right? And then we got through the interview, and it was like, we just sitting around talking, blah, blah, blah. And I asked him, I said, what's your big lesson? What is something you really, got out of doing this and that you can share? And he's like, well, he's like, I see we're recording this, so he's like, so can you stop the recording? I was like, oh yeah, hell yeah, I want to hear this. I'm stopping the recording.
What's the name again?
I'm not telling you. All right. So then we stopped the recording, and then I'm like, okay, go. He's like, man, the room, I just wasn't ready to be in the room, because when I got in the room, I was the only black guy in the room. I was the only young guy in the room, and I'm there with these old white men. And I'm like, you made me stop the goddamn recording for that. I'm like, I thought you was gonna tell me something I didn't know.
That's not exactly breaking news on CNN or anything.
So that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. That's the same way I feel about this young lady and her revelation. It's like,
it's not a revelation. It's not a revelation. It's a frustration. It's not a revelation.
Fantastic.
Because it just,
but it's something we already know. It's something that that goes on in all different kind of
we already know. But when it's thrown up in your face like that, that example.
But see, I don't think he got this
way different.
And then on the same level, I think it's oversimplifying his ability to get capital and people invested. See, I think it's oversimplifying. It's not just because of his, because I don't even think he's
charisma.
It's more charisma, but more so than just, the physical characteristics of who he is. So I just don't think that's the same thing. He's not some regular guy with a good idea. He's the guy that built WeWork, had 2 freaking, specials on him. His name is out there. He's brand at this point, and it's different.
When's the last time somebody gave, I don't know, a brand a personal brand $350 million?
I'm sure they gave somebody about 10 to 20 million just because they got their house broken into by the FBI.
Are you really going to compare?
Absolutely, you compared them. That is
such a one-off.
But I'm just saying, you compared them. The ability to be one of these kind of charlatans there's going to always be somebody in the mix that's going to support you.
giving $20 to a GoFundMe or an email blast, that's a little different than 350 million bucks. That's all.
Yeah, put up Thomas's thing. I agree with this.
He has proven that he is able to live off other people's money, like Mozart and his. Wow, I didn't know Mozart. Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, Mozart, back in the day they had patrons, so somebody basically paid you to make a song or something. I don't know. Just that Mozart gave them. Yeah, we got beautiful music from Mozart.
And you're gonna have a lovely WeWork from the WeWork side.
We got you. No, I mean, back in the day, like Leonardo and Michelangelo, they had patrons.
All right, so Daryl's trying to get some VC money.
Daryl, what do you do, man? You might want to go to the Michael Jackson skin bleacher, right?
Oh my God.
It might help you.
I don't know. Oh my God.
I don't know.
But honestly, when I was talking to my friend, he said, one of the things is that he has broken through some of that glass ceiling and he can help bring other people through. And I'm like, okay, well, that's, huh?
Has he really?
He did what other people are trying to do. And that's what I was telling him. I'm like, hey, man, exiting like you have, I'm like, you're in the 1%, or at least 5%.
It really is.
Of people that try to build a business, exit,
and sell, right.
Sit in those rooms.
What they call it, a serial entrepreneur, or being able to, we know somebody who says they had 4 businesses and sold 3 of them. And and you know what? I'm not. That is that is something that people that are able to do that are very proud.
Okay, you know what? Next story.
Just saying, it's hard to do. Like you said, it's hard to do.
I just, next time when you set this up that good, then you need to just go with it.
Go with what?
Go with you don't need somebody else to give you the ability to come at it from this level.
No, I read what she wrote. I still don't understand certain particulars, but I
just don't think she nailed it. I think she's a little bit bitter because she's a female, she's a Black person.
Oh, well.
And she's, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I'm saying. So I think
from her perspective.
But I just don't think that's the actual case here.
Well, she might not have the greatest case, but she has the frustration. Yeah. And she wrote about it, and people responded.
And I appreciate
people empathize with that. And I
empathize with it. I appreciate it.
There it is.
But for this show, it wasn't strong enough.
Oh, get out of here. It was strong enough, lady. I don't know what your name is.
You're not strong enough. Yeah. You
need to just go someplace with that nonsense. You might want to go get your hair cut now. It won't take long. So we'll be moving on. All right, we're gonna move on. Moving on to Apple. Another frustration for me this week. It's been a frustrating week, I tell you. Anyway, so Apple's market valuation, it's around what, 2.2, 2.3 trillion dollars or something like that. So I saw this. I was like, oh, Apple could see another 30% upside if it surpasses December 2021 highs. Oh, that's great. We just a couple of weeks ago, Apple's earnings report, they made almost 20 billion in made profit, 20 billion. Things are going great. It feels like they're making money hand over fist. I think they have like 83 billion in quarterly revenue. Oh, wait a minute. We got to say hello. Quick. I see you. See, Gloria's in the house. Gloria. Hey, Gloria. Thanks. Your picture always gets my attention there. What is she? Is she just wearing a hoodie?
I think she's got a hoodie on.
She's got a hoodie. Nice. Okay.
I love hoodies.
I like hoodies too. Anyway, things are going great. Looks like they're making money hand over fist. Well, not until they're just doing it. They just refresh, all these new, put their own chips in their devices, and people are buying them like hot cakes. So things
Did
are
you
going
update
great.
your device?
Yeah, I did that today or yesterday. I forget. And it took a long time. Anyway, layoffs. Why do these big companies do layoffs?
Because they know what you don't know.
Yeah, they know they can get away with it. Anyway, that's besides. So I was like, layoff. All right, but then this is what got me. So there was an article that I posted on LinkedIn, and then I got this message. Your post was featured on LinkedIn news team. Oh, great, whatever.
Yes, because I know that really, really amplifies your pockets.
Yeah, it does me so much. So what I posted was this article. Apple finds its next big business. Showing ads in your iPhone. What the hell do they need to do that for?
Oh, Brent, I am so over you now. I'm so over you right now.
I don't care because you got Google or whatever.
No, because you're not going to admit that I told you back maybe 8 to 12 months ago when they turned off ads inside of Facebook that this is why they were doing it. And you called me crazy.
Well, if you remember last week, we went through the breakdown between Facebook and Apple. And if they had partnered, maybe this wouldn't be happening. But
yeah, we did talk about that. But I'm saying directly.
Facebook poo-pooed it. And now
you were all like, they're so holier than thou.
I was not.
You remember that? You don't remember that?
I don't remember
because
being
this is why people love Apple. I said, because why Apple is not going to share your data.
I don't know. This is not about sharing data. This is not about privacy. This is about making money off of ads.
And Facebook was not about making money off of ads.
That's their whole business model. Is that
okay?
Apple's business model is selling us stuff. I've got 3 MacBook Pros in this room. I got 2 iPads. I got this damn phone. I got all this Apple stuff, and they don't need to put ads in front of my face. That's what it's about.
Whatever, I will take my award.
What award?
I want to thank the Academy.
The Academy of what? Mind melders?
For recognizing why I said Apple was doing what they're doing because they were building their own ad network. Yep.
And what I'm saying is they don't need to. If they really cared about customer centric or looking out for the well, you're right. This proves it. This proves it. But I like what this guy says. It might be a big blow to Apple if they consider adding ads. You know what? He's absolutely positively wrong.
He's absolutely positively. Wow, we agree.
You know why? Because even with all that I just said, this is what really pisses me off the most. I'm still gonna buy Apple products.
I know, garbage.
It's garbage. I'm so mad.
They're garbage, but I love it.
They get away with this nonsense
because it wasn't that deep. They made it. Oh,
they don't need to do it. Their business model is not that.
I have to give Apple so much credit because they really pulled the wool over everybody's eyes, trying to come out as this great holier than thou company that was going.
Nobody's buying that nonsense. I'm not buying that.
That was going to save your privacy from the evils of Facebook advertising. And now here we go with an Apple.
Look, first we all know it's about. We would love a piece of your advertising pie, and when Facebook said nope, Apple said okay,
we'll build our own.
Okay, so I'm not, and it has nothing to do with the privacy because with Apple, they don't need to sell the data to third parties.
You know what? But the thing was, they weren't really selling data at all. They were just giving people access to.
Hey, Freddie, what's up? Did you say this? I'm with Coach on this one. Apple is amazing for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why are they amazing?
Because they sold this. They sold this as some great thing that was going to help their users. And they demonized, Facebook for it. And now here they are stirring up their own demonization.
Well, all right.
I love though.
No, far be it from me to rain on the parade or anything. And thanks for being here, Freddie. Although when you say coach is right, I throw up a little bit in my throat. I just thought I'd bring that out. So here's the thing. All these companies are in business for one reason and one reason only: to make money.
Oh, now. So now that's why they're here.
Apple sells products.
But before you said
Apple sells products. Facebook sells customer data. Apple is already a $2.3 trillion company by selling products. They're doing pretty good.
But you know what? You know what's better than 2.3 trillion?
2.4.
Exactly.
They don't need to.
They need to.
They don't. You know what? When you start stepping into other businesses, there may be some unintended consequences. Who knows? But they don't know that business like they know what they're good at better than anybody else at. So why should they do this? They don't need to do this. It has nothing to do with the customer data privacy thing. Oh, he's a shareholder. They're going to make a boatload of these. They got so much goodwill with. They don't really have the goodwill goes away when people get inundated with ads.
Freddie, high five on that. They done sold you, and you're gonna be like,
you keep on talking about
these happy ads. These ads make me so happy because they're not from Facebook. The people that take my stuff and sell it.
Well, they do.
They don't.
Facebook literally it's not the ads they put in front of you. It's the data they sell to third parties. Apple doesn't even have to sell it to third. They'll just do the ad thing, which they don't need to do. Okay. That's what I'm saying. I don't mind them having the data.
What data did what Apple data were they selling?
Who? Facebook had their own data they were selling to third party. Remember Cambridge Analytica? I mean, they were selling to all sorts of unsavory people.
Well, they weren't selling the data to
Like they partnered with they gave them access to it.
Well, I mean, everybody had access.
Yeah, that's the one thing that Apple hasn't done until now.
I mean, to be fair, Brent, to be absolutely fair, Brent, your first book was about Facebook selling data to Barack Obama.
It wasn't about selling data. It was about using see, this is the difference.
That's what I'm saying. They don't sell the data. It's available. Cambridge Analytica.
Facebook has had their hand caught in the data selling data access partnership cookie jar like nobody else.
I mean, honestly, the playbook was written by Barack Obama.
Dude, you're talking about a 14-year-old.
It was 14-year-old technology
before anybody had any of the iPhone was barely a year old. The iPad wasn't even around. Most of the people were not even on any social network back then.
Wait, hold on. Wait, the iPad wasn't. Okay, but the iPhone was around, right?
I just said it was out a year.
It was out a year. Okay.
But
I'm saying,
anything that happened back then doesn't really apply to what's going on right now.
Well, it does because it had to start somewhere.
Yeah, no, geez. The first day there was light. I mean, I guess it didn't start back
actually, then. You know what? To be honest with you, if I think about it,
keep lying to me.
No. Yeah, that's exactly right. But Farmville actually was the first one.
That was Farmville. Okay.
You remember that?
Yeah.
So Facebook has always had this ability to create their own segments and then sell the segmented data to other people.
The difference is Apple's business model from the start was selling products, not collecting data and then putting ads in front of that.
So
Facebook business model was always about how do we monetize all these people that are using our because they're using it for free. We're not selling them.
I think I disagree with you, honestly, man.
No, that's all right. I'm used to it.
I think if we broke down Apple's profitability, more of it would come from selling apps in their app stores Music on
look
their
at their
music
earnings,
platforms.
quarterly earnings. They break it down for you.
Okay, so tell me how much is that?
Made up services, which incorporates their app revenue, was about 3 to 5% of their overall.
No,
yes, go and look. Go and look. Thomas, are you out there? Please let them know.
I can't believe it. I'll find it. I'll definitely.
Their money comes from
you're
selling.
teaching me. I'm not disagreeing. I just find that to be. I think they're lying. 3%.
Do you realize how many millions of phones they sell each quarter?
I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying. But every phone puts.
You know how expensive this shit is? Are you kidding me?
Oh no, I don't, because I have a much better phone and it costs about one.
No, I'm not talking about the phone. I'm talking about the MacBooks.
Well, I got one of those, but I mean, I don't see that many people use it. I see way more people using the other things than
dude,
that.
You're not entrenched in that ecosystem like I am. It is ridiculous.
No, I am not. I am definitely not the guy that's going to buy everything Apple puts out.
No.
That's you.
Well, I don't buy it everything, but
everything.
I don't even need to buy
everything. Everything before it comes out, you're sitting with it, talking about, oh yeah, I got the new one. I got it on order.
I buy my laptops about 5 years in between.
Like, you're saying hardware is 97% of their.
Of course.
Oh my God.
Phones, iPads, watches, MacBook,
I can't believe that. I just can't believe
iMacs. Oh my God, yeah.
That's hard to believe.
Now the fraction is starting to.
Then they do need an ad network.
The services fraction is growing up because they got Apple TV, Apple Plus, and now we got of course the App Store.
Yeah, but all that's what they do need an ad network. They need an ad network, because literally that ad network is going to jump 10% overnight.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but here's the thing. They don't need it to jump overnight because they're already making $83 billion.
If that is enough, Brent.
That's enough. But the thing that irritates me the most besides you is the fact that I will still continue to buy this shit.
Besides me?
Yes, you heard it right. To be honest with you.
Oh my God. Just me, little old me.
That's right. Little old you. Emphasis on old. All right. Are you happy now? God, I'm all fired up. You got me all fired up.
Oh, yes.
Happens every friggin' Friday. Folks, Freddie, thanks for Freddie coming with some interesting. Amazon got in the pharmacy. Apple getting that. Yeah, that's true. They're everybody. Their tentacles are going out there.
More money, right?
All right, services made 19 billion out of 123 billion. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, that's like 10%. That's more than 10%.
It's growing. It's growing.
So I could give you, okay, because you said 3%. I just thought that was a little.
Last year it was around. It's growing really fast.
Okay, well, wait till they add this ad network in there.
No, that's gonna accelerate it more. But don't worry, they'll come out with a new chip, and we'll have to refresh the whole line again.
But remember, Facebook is the enemy.
Facebook is the enemy to a certain extent.
According to Apple, Facebook does not have your best interest in mind.
Oh, well, of course they're going to say, look, I went over that. We did a Watching Privacy episode last year on all that.
I know. They're just
they're all trying to own it's a power play.
And so
now I will say this, Apple did extend a bit of a branch to Facebook. Say, hey, we can partner up on here. Facebook said, nope.
No, that was not a partner. We could rake 30% of your profits.
Well, just fit into the business model. Now what's going to do you want me to bring back that chart that showed what happened when iOS update 14.5 came out and Facebook's revenue increase started slowly decelerating?
It wasn't slowly.
It was like a cliff.
It was slowly. It wasn't slowly.
Now Apple's saying, okay, that was just an appetizer. Now we're about to show you some stuff.
Well, we'll see, man. We'll see.
And then
that's why we have the Facebook building a metaverse. So there you go.
Oh God. Good luck with that one. Good luck with that one.
Like I said, man, it's just, I just find it funny that Apple's now admitting that was their plan all along.
By the way, Thomas, yeah, the services is marketplace revenue, ads, and whatever else. Apple Plus, that's part of it. Subscriptions, they got subscriptions to stuff.
Oh, the ad network is not up. This what they're talking about building is not.
No, mobile ads.
Right,
yeah.
So you watch, it's coming. It'll be massive. Because all it is, and honestly, I saw a story the other day too about how what Apple did really hurt a lot of small businesses.
Look, small businesses are the ones getting hurt by all this Clash of the Titan nonsense.
So I mean, now with this happening, this is just going to be another divergence of small business advertising spend that we're going to have to pay to get in front of our customers that want our products. It's pretty annoying.
Well, here's the thing. Going back to now, we're circling back around to the marketplace concept. Are they your customers, or are they just being rented out to you for a transaction or two?
If I'm paying for the ads, then it is my customers. I mean,
well, you don't have their information though.
Oh, well, you'll get their information on these platforms because they'll have to transact the business through your website, unless they're saying that they got to have a landing page.
Hey, why would they stop? Why would they stop at just getting the ad?
That's true. That's true.
Just saying. Hey, look who's here.
Miss Melody.
Wait a minute. That's your cousin too?
No, you're the cousin.
Oh, I'm the cousin.
She's giving you a shout out too.
That means
look at him. He is so easily bought. It's amazing.
She shouted me out before you. I'm easily bought.
He actually almost y'all guys see it? He almost smiled.
No, that was just mild.
Yeah,
irritation.
You did. He was like, "Oh,
I felt some gas coming on or something." I don't know.
He's like, "Oh, somebody shouted me out as cuz."
Yeah. Anyway.
All right,
anyway, I'm tired of you now. It's 6 o'clock. I'm not going into extra hours talking with you anymore.
Oh, snap. Now I know how to get them.
Oh,
I know how to get them.
Oh, what? See, Melody, now you just took what you gave me and just snatched it right back out my hands. Way to go. All right.
That was good.
Are you around next week?
I don't know if I want to be bothered with you next week, though. I'm going to Chicago and then going to Vegas. I'm going to win millions, and then I'm going to come back and shove it in your face. I don't know if you want me. It's going to be pretty
I'll
bad.
already tell you I don't, but
it's going to be pretty bad. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm actually staying at that hotel, so I can give you some.
Oh, the one that I mentioned. Okay.
On that no boo thingy.
What is Thomas saying before we go? According to Omdia, Apple ad revenue should be around $4 billion per annum. That's not bad, coming from nothing.
Can't wait.
What is that? I think Amazon is up to what, about 25 or 30 billion? I think something like that. Anyway.
So exciting.
So exciting. Anyway, everybody out there, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week, unless he, hits the lotto or whatever it is.
Every truck.
Who was that?
Hey, that's my husband.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're getting more and more stuff. Like literally.
What does that mean? More and more stuff.
It's like I ordered something this morning and it came this afternoon.
I want to see my new toy. I'll show you my new toy before we go.
Is it an Apple product?
Nope. It's my new. This is an actual full frame, full sensor 6K camera in block form.
Won't make you look any better.
All right. So I tried to be nice. And that's what I get. That's what I get, Melody. That's what I get. We'll see you next week. Maybe. Maybe not. We're out.
Deuces.